Welcome back to Hanna Instruments. We're going to continue our 901, 902 training today. We're going to be doing total acidity of wine. We've already primed our burette with 0.1 sodium hydroxide. We've got our pH probe on and calibrated, so we're going to select our method. So we'll simply go to the Select Method soft key and scroll up to total acidity of wine and hit Select. Okay, now we're ready to prepare our sample. We're going to take 10 milliliters of wine. Today I'm using a graduated cylinder just for ease. Recommend a volumetric pipette. The more accurate your sample measurement, the more accurate your final number. We're going to fill our beaker up to a 50 milliliter level. We're just trying to cover the junction on the probe. Okay, so we have our sample. We're going to rinse our probe and stir. Since we're using deionized water, we do not need to dry it here. Okay, place your beaker under the stirrer and probe, lower it down in, make sure you're below your junction, and simply hit start. The 901 is going to mix for 10 to 15 seconds, whatever is programmed into the test at that moment, and then it's going to start its titration. Total acidity does utilize the pre-titration dosing feature. So I believe we have it set at 3.5 milliliters right here. So it'll begin the titration by adding 3.5 milliliters, bringing the pH up. We're actually set at 5 on this machine. And then we're going to work towards our endpoint of 8.2. As you can see on the screen, in the middle, we will have the volume in milliliters. Right here. We have the pH reading right here. And we have a running total of the total acidity of the wine. As the 901 gets closer to the endpoint, it'll start dosing in smaller and smaller doses to hit the endpoint as close as possible. All the methods, remember, on the 901 are programmable. If you have higher acids or lower acids, you can set your machine up with higher or lower dosing, higher or lower speeds to get the test a little faster or slow it down for lower total acidity numbers. So we're moving right along. pH keeps rising. We're getting closer and closer to our 8.2 endpoint. The volume should be slowing down here any second once we cross about the 7.0 pH line. Okay, as you can see, we're almost at 8.2, so the machine is going to start dosing very small doses at this point. And there we go, 6.699. We're set at grams per liter right now. You can see you still have your volume at the bottom if you'd like to check your math manually, and your pH. So that's it for total acidity of wine testing. It's a fairly easy test. Thank you, and we're off to our next test.